Welcome back to Anika Does Things. Today's video is about the crown of the continent, Glacier National Park. I'll be splitting this video into 3 parts for the 3 main parts of the park: Going to the Sun Road, Many Glacier, and 2 Medicine. Going to the Sun Road. The attractions on Going to the Sun Road are some of the most popular in the park, including driving the road itself. To drive the road, you have to pay or reserve a spot if you're driving from West Glacier to East Glacier, but not East Glacier to West Glacier. Also, when you drive from the west side to the east side, you're on the side of the road with a big drop, so it can be scary as well. However, the east side of the park is very undeveloped, and the west has more places to stay and things to do. Going to the Sun Road is one of America's greatest scenic drives, with views of the glaciers the park is named after and tons of hikes. However, because this is the most popular area in the park, you aren't going to see a lot of wildlife on Going to the Sun Road itself. Tips on how to spot wildlife are coming up. There are so many hikes on Going to the Sun Road that I'm going to highlight one of them: St. Mary and Virginia Falls. I got to this 3.1 mile loop trail by using the complimentary Going to the Sun Road shuttles offered by the National Park. This hike leads to Virginia Falls, but also has many smaller waterfalls along the way, such as St. Mary's Falls. This hike was fun, moderately easy, and shows off some beautiful nature. Now, before we continue, you're probably wondering about Logan Pass, the most popular place in the entire park. However, we couldn't go to Logan Pass at all. The place fills up incredibly quickly and the crowds are crazy. We decided not even to try for Logan Pass because the trails would probably be packed. There are plenty of other hikes throughout the park to do without having to circle a crowded parking lot endlessly. Many Glacier. Many Glacier is a smaller part of Glacier National Park. It's much less crowded in this part of the park, and so Many Glacier is the place to see wildlife. Just driving on the main road, we saw 7 grizzly bears from our own car. You still need reservations to enter this part of the park. Alpacoonie Falls is a 1.8 mile moderate hike. Even though it is short, there is a 580-foot elevation gain. Still, the view of the waterfall at the end of the hike is worth it. The hike progresses from meadows to forest before ending with the Anikadoesthings Falls. Now, before we continue, let's talk about Grinnell Glacier, which is the main attraction at Many Glacier. This glacier is supposed to be breathtaking, but since it is a 10-mile hike with a 2,000-foot elevation gain, we could not hike this trail. Parking for this trail fills up fast as well, but definitely not as much as Logan Pass. Red Rock Falls. This trail is amazing for seeing wildlife. The trail to Red Rock Falls also stops by a smaller lake called Fisher Cap Lake. You have to go left at the curvy tree to enter this lake. This lake is frequented by moose. When we went, we were lucky enough to see 2 moose at the lake. Also, the Red Rock Falls at the end of the hike is beautiful as well. This is a memorable hike that I recommend wholeheartedly. The Many Glacier Hotel is a historic hotel that borders Swift Current Lake. This hotel has 2 restaurants as well as a gift shop. The views of the lake are beautiful, and so is the architecture inside of the hotel. We stopped here for lunch after our hikes both of the days we were at Many Glacier. 2 Medicine is the least crowded section of the park. It has less things to do, but also the least amount of people come here. The Astor Falls hike is a 2.6 mile easy hike that leads to the Astor Waterfalls. This hike goes through both meadows, small lakes, and forests, and the waterfall at the end of the hike is very pretty. The 2 Medicine Ferry takes you across 2 Medicine Lake while people explain the lake's history. You can either take the ferry across the lake, hike there, and come back, or you don't have to hike at all, and just go across the lake and back. There are ferries like this across the park at places like Lake McDonald or Swift Current Lake, but these are usually full and more expensive. Because not as many visitors visit 2 Medicine, the rates are cheaper and it is easier to get a spot on this ferry. Running Eagle Falls is an extremely easy hike to a very beautiful waterfall. Only a 0.7 mile loop trail, this trail is one of the easiest to do with families. The waterfall itself is unique because it comes out of a cavern in the rock. The small stream that emanates from the falls is also perfect for skipping rocks. Wildlife. As I said before, Many Glacier is the place to see wildlife like these deer, this grizzly mom and cub, and the 2 moose that we saw. However, you can get lucky at any part of the park. We saw this black bear crossing Going to the Sun Road. But if you really want to see wildlife, going to Many Glacier will be your best bet. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more travel videos like this, make sure to subscribe to Anika Does Things. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.